Uh, what the? This has thrown me off.
Go!
What's up, Dan?
Hi. I'm not editing that staying in the episode.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I said that no. Okay. They didn't tell me how to play the intro, so I'll just do it myself. You are now tuned in to your favorite radio station, Violent People. How's it
Good
going,
job.
folks? You're listening to Violent People Radio. I am Dan Rice, I think, and I'm joined, as always, by Cole, Sam, and Pat. We do all have a cold, though, so we might sound a bit different.
Yeah, death matches. Cool.
So we have the Cole, not the Cole. Shit, 5:45. No, you're listening to the Oops All Guest episode of Violent People Radio. The other hosts decided that Thanksgiving was more important than this show, which I think is cowardly. But yeah, this is going to be a normal episode of VPR outside of that. We got a lot to talk about. We got the wrestling we're going to watch. Cole, do you want to go first? What wrestling have you watched recently?
I watched. What did I watch? I watched 4 matches off of Full Gear.
Oh,
I had the pay-per-view open and just watched Family Guy when there wasn't something interesting happening.
Please tell us. Please tell us about the matches, but also the episodes of Family Guy you watched.
Okay, hold on. I gotta pull up the Full Gear card to remember what I saw. Okay, I watched 5 matches actually because I watched Boom and Doom versus Roppongi Vice.
Mm-hmm.
That was one my girlfriend made sure she also saw because she's a big fan of the Costco guys. So that was pretty good. That was fun. QT Marshall. It's good to see him at all, anywhere. I like him a lot. Rocky and Trent are both fine.
The UK is having its first Costco's kind of open up, so I went to one for the first time. So I feel like now I'm a Costco guy. So it was nice seeing them win. I didn't watch this match, but
it's nice to see yourself represented on the screen.
Yeah, I am now a Costco guy.
Do the UK Costco's have the food?
Yeah, they had the food. They had you could get the hot dog and everything.
Nice.
Do they have the chicken bake?
No, but we did get a roast chicken that was just pre-cooked. That was nice.
Shame. Big Justice would be disappointed.
I can't forget about my chicken bake.
I didn't know Big Justice was Mickey Mouse, but
that's how he sounds. Have you ever heard him talk?
He's the literal kid at Porig. He's
to Wikipedia,
12
he's
or something.
12. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't think I'd guess the age right.
Right on the money.
Yeah. The thing about Costco is, I know the whole thing is the membership. You need to be a member. I think it's crazy to do that when you're trying to build a market. We had to borrow a friend's membership to go. It's you're starting out in this country and you want people to get memberships day one. Look.
Well,
anyway,
yeah, but the whole point of Costco is that you buy shit in bulk.
We did. Well, we went there to buy stuff for my 21st birthday. So that was nice. We bought a lot of beer and food. But anyway, back to wrestling. Or Family Guy.
Yeah, I did watch Eddie Kingston and Hook versus the Workhorsemen as well, but that was 2 seconds long. And Eddie didn't even take his shirt off, which I thought was kind of sick of him, doing a Naito style.
We got shirt Eddie.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, but then the trios at the end of the pre-show. I put on some Family Guy, and it was the episode where Death shows up by accident because he thinks the guy that got knocked out was dead, and then Peter asks him to take him back in time to when he was 18, and they do a whole Back to the Future parody where he like almost doesn't get with Lois and then meets her at the dance, and they're looking at the picture and the kids are disappearing. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Is this like, are we talking like old school Family Guy? Is this like Norm Macdonald playing Death era Family Guy, or is this after his passing?
This is after they stopped having him play Death because he only played him in one episode.
Is
And then
Norm?
they got a
I don't
different
know.
guy.
Oh, okay, I thought he was a recurring character.
No, they just changed his voice actor for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well,
So, this was the season 5 finale, which is like probably the last like truly great season before they start like making everyone more evil than before, and also just like writing really weird, overly sentimental moments into the show for no reason. Anyways, and then I watched Pac versus Darby Allin, which I think was a pretty sick match. Darby takes like 5 or 6 bumps onto his like skull and neck.
He does
They
that
all
a
look
lot.
like they would kill him. He does do
Yeah.
that a lot. That's kind of his signature, but these ones were like especially gross to me. Maybe just because I haven't been watching a lot of wrestling, but I was like, oh Jesus Christ, man. And then I didn't watch that. I watched Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley. That was pretty good. Kyle is like super washed, but Mox is just that good and like totally carried him.
you have to have it to be washed. So I don't know if I would agree with that.
Oh, come on. A little bit of PWG champion Kyle O'Reilly, a little bit of hybrid rules fight versus Adam Cole, the Future Shock stuff. Even the early NXT stuff when he was teaming with Roddy was alright.
Remember the fucking late NXT fucking Kyle O'Reilly? Cool Kyle? Whatever the fuck.
That was horrible.
And they started teaming him with like Von Wagner or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, come Tuesday. Yeah, that was
that-
was fucked up.
Is that the
because
sequel
it
to
was,
Cyber
like-
Monday?
Yeah, it's sort of the sequel to Cyber Monday, I would say. That was fucked up because it was like he has a whole feud with Adam Cole, like right as crowds return, basically. That is just them rerunning the fucking like 2016 Ring of Honor feud.
So
Just
they were trying to do like Gargano Ciampa with it, like they had a trilogy.
Yeah, they had a trilogy, and then they had like a what the fuck, like an unsanctioned match or something, and it was like 40 minutes fucking long, and it was basically just a total retread of the Final Battle 2016 match, except longer and worse.
Well,
And
when
then
is
after
Black
that-
and Gold? When is Black
And
and
that's
Gold
not great.
NXT not fucking reheating fucking ROH and PWG nachos?
Yeah, that's pretty true. But this, I don't. Maybe it was just like I think at the time, like my taste in wrestling was shifting like pretty significantly, and it just felt so offensive because it was like beat for beat the same spots basically as the Final Battle match, but just like stretched out with some like NXT cinema. And then they go, "Okay, Kyle, it's time for your singles push. What are we going to do with you as a singles guy?" And he's like, "Well, I'll just wear all denim and do like epic Chungus references, and that'll probably get me over."
You know what? I feel like if he does it today, that works. If he's NXT right now, he's the most over guy in the company.
Probably, yeah. I mean, honestly, him
Six-
in the current state that he
6'7"
is
Kyle
probably
O'Reilly.
better. 6'7" Kyle O'Reilly. Like him in his current state as a fucking wrestler, and the way his body is and everything is probably still better than like most of the men they have in NXT.
I didn't watch Full Gear, but I did think Kyle had like the best blade job in the men's Blood and Guts.
Yeah, I watched the Blood and Guts. He looked great in that too. That one, it was like easier to hide him because there's so many guys. But this year, I was like very impressed with the way Mox worked around the fact that like everything Kyle does now looks really slow and has no impact. And not that he was ever like Shibata or whatever, but like you can go back and watch him wrestle Shibata in New Japan, and he is able to like sort of keep up. And he's just like got none of that now. Like I know he's not great, but he's kind of a sentimental favorite, so it bums me out that he's so cooked. But that's my Mox's Wrestler of the Year. Anyways. Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher I watched. That was also pretty good. It was kind of long maybe. But like to have two bloodbath hardcore type matches back to back, and they both had like completely different weapon usage and different spots and stuff. It was still it was fun to watch. I wasn't like taken out of it or anything, even though it's like psychotic card placement, but that's just Tony Khan at all times. And then I skipped that stuff, and then I watched the main event of Joe versus Hangman in the Steel Cage, which I also thought was pretty sick. That was like pretty brief. Joe is like one of the greatest blade jobs I've ever seen. Like he was just leaking the whole time and looked fucking disgusting.
I haven't
yeah.
seen that much. Why does Samoa Joe like have a bunch of random people like trainers, goons?
I was
with him
wondering
now?
that too. He had like a bunch of op goons, like not like I didn't recognize a single one.
Yeah, I don't know what the Ops Dojo thing's about because I like basically never watch Dynamite anymore. But I thought it was kind of sick. Kind of had aura.
I mean, are you really much of an op if you're just a goon though?
An op can be a goon. They're not mutually exclusive.
What's an op to a goon?
What's a goon to a mob?
Yeah, so I watched all that, and then I also watched what is it, JC Bailey versus Thumbtack Jack in the like horrifying match where he shoves a syringe in his foot.
Yes, that match is
sick.
fucking disgusting.
That match is so gross. Yesterday, everyone was talking in VP about the fucking the body in XPW doing the syringe in his foreskin thing, and that's like that did not
I
faze
missed
me
that
at all.
conversation. When did we talk about that?
It was sometime in the past week. I saw people posting it again. But like that thing does not freak me out or whatever. I'm just like, that's like a parlor trick. Who cares? But like the syringe directly into the bottom of this guy's foot, and then he like has to hop around, or the one through the front of the neck, and then he takes the cutter. I was like, that is fucking so gross.
Yeah, it's fucking insane match. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I love it and I hate it.
So, shout out to Marilyn because I watched that on your recommendation.
I didn't know I recommended it. I was just like, "Hey guys, this is really fucking gross. Watch it."
Well, yeah, that's a recommendation. If
That's
you
a
say this
recommendation.
contains one of the grossest things I've ever seen, then I'm like, well, maybe I gotta check it out.
Around these parts, that's a recommendation.
Yeah, so that's everything I watched this week.
Cool. And then so Family Guy or wrestling, what would you say was better?
I'd probably give it to wrestling just because I got into like
Ooh.
an era of Family Guy that I like a lot less than the previous one. Season 6 is like definitely where the fall off starts, even though it still has some good episodes. So, I'll give it to Samoa Joe and his like demonic blade job in the steel cage.
Who
I
do
mean,
you
that's a
think would
big
win in a
win.
fight, Peter Griffin or Samoa Joe?
Well, probably Peter Griffin. 'Cause,
Samoa
Joe's
Joe.
never
'Cause
faced the giant chicken. Like,
well, I was about to say the chicken interferes and Joe wins off that.
oh, the chicken is one of the ops. That would
The
be a
chi- the
good
chicken-
angle.
But he's not a goon op.
No, he's like Hobbs and Shibata. He's like one of the boys.
That can't happen
It's like-
anymore, sadly. Meg killed the chicken in the latest season.
Yeah, I did see that they permanently killed off the giant chicken.
No, they didn't. It's a cartoon.
No, the writers came out and said, "We are not bringing the giant chicken back. Meg has canonically killed him."
But he's in Fortnite. Like I saw him in the item shop the other day.
Well, I can kill him in Fortnite then.
Maybe Meg, by killing the chicken, sent it into the digital world, and now they're stuck in Fortnite.
That would be
Peter-
crazy.
But Peter Griffin is also in Fortnite.
Maybe it's like the chicken is kind of hallucinating Fortnite. Like the whole, lore of Fortnite is in his head.
Mm.
Like, what's the ending of that famous medical drama where like it's all in a snow globe?
Yeah, that's
None of
pretty
you know
much
what I'm
it.
talking.
No,
I've heard of
but
that, but I have like no idea what the show is called. I can't remember.
this
think
is a
it's like
wrestling
same-
podcast, by the way. I just want to reiterate.
Oh,
Shut
barely.
this shit.
Do you listen to this show? Barely.
No, I know, but I can't even talk. I haven't watched wrestling in like a few years.
What do you mean? You were watching ROH just the other day.
Yeah, but like consistently, I mean, it's been like since like I don't know, May or something.
Well, Jade, should we come to you then with what wrestling have you watched?
Yeah, well, AEW Full Gear was not some of the wrestling I watched. I did catch a little bit of WWE Evolve because one of my friends was on it, but I like turned it on and I was like, wait a minute, I can't be watching WWE Evolve, and so I turned it off.
You have a
it's-
friend in WWE Evolve?
Yeah, he got like a what is it called, like a WWE ID contract. So I'm not gonna name names because I feel like if they find out that I'm friends with him, like Triple H sees my page and sees the way I talk about WWE, he might punish him on my behalf. So
I mean,
I'm not gonna do that. But-
this is the way in to the industry.
This is a terrible. Yeah, probably.
Triple H will
But-
get rage baited by one of your posts and then be like, "We need to hire her."
I am not entirely like uncertain that he hasn't before because he's online. I feel like he's have to at least seen one of my posts calling his product shit. But
We need to
wrestling I
get
did-
VPR those busted open contracts, whatever they're getting paid by WWE.
ooh, true. He'd be on Sirius XM.
Hang
that's
out
the
with all
dream.
my friends, Bully Ray, Mark Henry,
I'm
Dolph
pretty
Ziggler.
sure I could be a better podcaster than David LaGreca. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
How,
sure.
how good are you at screaming and crying because you're old and the world has passed you by?
I don't know, but I could make some pretty terrible pitches, and I feel like I could like, because that's the whole Busted Open. They just make the worst pitches ever, but they sound so convinced that they're good that you like for a second you're like, maybe when you think about it, what they're saying, you're like, no, it's that would not be beneficial to the wrestling industry or the world.
Going
I
on
would
there
like to try
forcing Bully Ray to discuss like, what do you think? I think Jack Perry should suck off Luchasaurus live on Dynamite. That would pop a rating.
The problem with AEW is not cutting edge enough.
It's cutting code.
It's about the storylines.
You would need a storyline behind the dick sucking. That would be the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
could
how
have
do we
a-
set this up?
You could have a dick sucking match. Like you remember how The Rock and Billy Gunn Everybody remembers The Rock and Billy Gunn, the Kiss My Ass match, right? So you could
Yeah.
have that,
Yeah.
but it's a Suck My Dick match.
And then,
I remember
then he has to suck
Sheamus
him off
and
live on television.
I remember Sheamus and Ziggler had a kiss my ass match because Sheamus is Irish. That's offensive. I'm just gonna say it.
We need to bring those kind of matches back, I feel like, because you know, I feel like WWE, for instance, right? They're at a point where they can just kind of do whatever, and like people will still buy tickets. I feel like they've done a lot of like stuff where it's like oh, look at all the shit we can do, and you'll still eat our product up. They do that all the time. The ultimate flex and kind of spit on their fans, I think, would be to book a Kiss My Ass or a Suck My Dick match, but I'm not sure.
Well,
I
you know
was
who's innovating in that department? IWA Deep South, baby.
I
I'm not
was
sure I even
like
want to know.
I was reading through like some old like territory cards. The amount of times a stipulation for a match is the loser eats dog food, you would be shocked. That was like that was something they go to a lot, and it was normally like the manager would eat dog food.
I miss those
Someone's
kind of
fairly disguised
situations.
fetish.
Maybe.
I guess it's easy to fake. You just like eat tuna or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, remember what was it? The end of like 2019 when Roman Reigns was in like the most endless feud of all time
Oh
with
yeah.
Baron Corbin,
Yeah.
and they had Michael Cole being like, he covered him in dog food, bro, and it was
Remember,
fucking awful.
was it the British Bulldog who the Rock hit the rock bottom in the dog poop? Michael Cole's like the dog poop.
Yeah, I think that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great angle. But anyways, the wrestling I watched this week was literally just ROH All-Star Extravaganza 2. Now, I don't want to talk about Joe versus Punk 3 because I don't want to get
Oh,
too serious. I would probably start.
it's uncovered ground. No one's talked about it before.
Yeah, that too. But I think I would start creaming on the podcast if I start talking about it. So instead, I'm going to talk about Austin Aries versus Loki, which you just read those names and you're like, oh hell yeah, or you're like, oh hell no. But I think that's
Depends
kind of a
what
litmus
year.
test of who you are as a wrestling fan. I win, oh hell yeah, because I love those guys, and it's one of those matches where you can kind of see how those two became anti-vax. Because I feel like if I wrestled that way, I would also probably be anti-vax. Um, I don't get why Nia Jax's anti-vax because she doesn't wrestle that way. But those two, they fucking hit each other and they did their thing. And it's just one of those things where you're like, man, these two could have been like some of the greatest of all time. So it was kind of a sad match to watch. But not really, because they're like self-destructive like stories. Not sad, they're just kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like it's sad when a wrestler like gets injured and then they're never the same again. Their potential is wasted. That's sad. But Loki and Austin Aries were just not intelligent human beings,
Yeah,
and
well, Austin
it's
Aries
not sad.
tried to give Zelina Vega that promise ring instead of just getting engaged to her, and then like everything in his life has gone sideways since then.
You think that's what did it?
I think that was the start.
Yeah, that was when his whole life began to fall off.
She went, sorry, I'm gonna go hang out with this like incredibly lame fucking Icelandic guy or whatever instead.
Yeah,
Icelandic.
but before the promise ring,
Icelandic.
great wrestler.
He's Dutch.
Oh shit, my bad.
But yeah,
Wow.
that's all the wrestling I watched. The rest of my week, I was watching the New York Knicks and I was playing Fortnite, and I actually reached level 67 in Fortnite. So how about that?
How are you
And
feeling about the New York Knicks season?
You can tell
Um,
this is the VPR with younger people on it.
yeah, I feel like I might be the youngest VPR guest ever.
I'm 21.
I think so. Aren't you like 19 or some
Yeah,
bullshit?
I'm 19.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I think you are officially the youngest
Fuck yeah.
VPR guest.
I'm like Randy
Unless
Orton in
we have
2004.
unless they have Ducky on, I think you're safe. to
Oh
have that
yeah,
one.
but that'll never happen. So I don't need to worry about that. But the next season, it's up and down, but I have high hopes. I think Mike Brown is a great coach. I just think we need OG Anunoby back. We need Landry back. Um, we can probably trade Carl Anthony Towns. That might be a hot take. He's just inconsistent and, you know, kind of gay. I don't really want him on the team anymore.
Oh, come
Um,
on.
Um,
Who would
yeah, I
you
would say that's
You know-
it.
want?
You know he's
For Karl
listening
Anthony.
to this.
Sorry, Carl Anthony Towns, but I would trade you for like I don't know. They say they want Anthony Davis on the Knicks, and
AD and a pick.
Why? Guy who's
Yeah.
never healthy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want that trade, but a lot of Knicks fans are saying it's a good trade. I'm not falling for that. I would say give me Carl Anthony Towns for like, you know, give me Dante DiVincenzo back because yeah, sure. Hold on. Sure, Carl Anthony Towns is a way better player than Dante DiVincenzo, but I miss Dante. And I think he misses New York too. So do that trade. And give us a first rounder as well. But I guess this
That's
is why
such
I'm
a
not
funny
a
trade.
basketball GM.
Probably. You know what? Probably not.
Girl, fix your fucking smoke alarm, please.
That's honestly, that's my chair.
Oh, sorry.
Fix your chat.
I didn't know you could hear it.
I didn't mean to accuse you of being poor.
But I think that kind of adds to like the aura of this episode is the creaky chair.
I mean,
It's
absolutely.
Halloween-y kind of, and we're close to that season.
I mean, it's a month late. Yeah.
But
This
yeah,
is-
but we're closer, to
November is the month for giving thanks, or for me, remembering soldiers who died. That's how we spend November.
Hell yeah, brother. Shout out Remembrance Day. You better have your poppy on or I'm gonna get real cross.
That's the worst thing about going to Spurs games in November.
What
There's a
are all
whole
the Spurs
fucking-
fans? They're like, you get your fucking poppy on, bro.
No. But there's always like a big ceremony before the game.
Yeah. I feel
Better
like that
take that
happens.
fucking hat off. Put that hand on your heart, bitch.
I feel that happens all the time here when I go to a sports game. There's always like, maybe this is aggressively anti-military of me, but like, whatever service you've done, like that's fine, man. Whatever, it's not for me, but okay. But like then afterwards, you just get to be like a fucking Make-A-Wish kid. And you show up at a sports event and they give you a bunch of free merch and are like, okay, everybody stand and clap for this guy also.
No, I agree, dude.
So you didn't even fucking do anything, man.
I hate when they wear the little costume in public. Like, dude, you're at the
Yeah,
mall.
they wear-
I don't. You're just
wear
you're
the
just
whole
begging for
outfit.
attention, man. Yeah, it can't be comfortable. Just put on a t-shirt and some sweatpants. Fucking stop. Like, you just want people to come up and glaze you. I'm not for that. If you're
Yeah, it would
did your
legit piss
service,
me off less
up, man.
if they didn't show up to these fucking sports games in the full uniform with all their fucking medals and shit. If they just showed up in like sweatpants and a hoodie, like
yeah.
fucking John Fetterman or whatever, I'd be like, okay, good for you. You're fucking retired. You have your off time.
I do think it's funny of while we have one episode, we just try and get VPR and as much shit as possible, piss off as many different.
Like, there's no way there's like
Okay.
a super pro military contingent of people listening to VPR.
We don't know.
Fuck you, war criminals. Fucking bitches.
Yeah,
Ooh,
let's
and on
talk
that
your
note-
shit. Let's go.
Remember that
Yeah,
time the
baby.
Big Show was in a battle royal and he like tore off the shirt? I would do that if I was in the military. Like tear off the shirt, reveal the Taliban or whatever. Fucking join them.
Game over, Jihad.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah. The craziest mofos on the planet.
The Violent People Discord.
This
Okay,
episode
well,
of
on that-
VPR is dedicated to the brave Mujahideen fighters of Afghanistan.
Oh, I've been trying to segue us off this for 5 minutes. On that
I'm
note,
sorry.
Go ahead.
on that note, Marilyn, what wrestling have you been watching recently?
You know what I've been fucking watching. CZW.
Well, I've been told it's kind of similar to current day AEW.
Shut the fuck up. First off. Second off, the last CZW show I watched was CZW Southern Violence live, not live, from 2010
you're-
in
You can
Lumberton,
time travel
North
in your
Carolina.
YouTube and watch
Sorry.
inventing time travel so you can watch CZW live.
If only I could. I would go back and I would give Rockin' Rebel a hug. And I would
Exactly.
tell him that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Love your life. Love your wife. You got this, brother. I'm sorry. I don't know why the fuck I said that, but anyway. CZW's Southern Violence started with a Drew Gulak versus Rich Swann match for the CZW Wired TV title, which is finally getting airtime. It was contested in dark matches before this. That match was okay. And then there was AR Fox versus the Neon Ninja Facade. Bad match. Facade stinks. I'm sorry. Team Maction versus Vicious and Delicious 2K10, which is the team of DJ Hyde and Greg Excellent. This
Jesus
is
Christ.
this is their second to last match ever as a team. It's not good. Tyler Veritas, aka Adam Cole's hanger-on in CZW, versus Sabian. Bad. Switchblade Conspiracy versus Suicide Kings. Okay, fine. Sammy Callahan's a great wrestler. Danny Havoc, Scotty Vortex, also good. Joe Gacy exists.
No one
Yeah.
can deny that.
And Adam Cole versus Ryan Slater. Surprisingly, it was okay. It wasn't that bad.
I mean, what year
What
was
year?
that? Like
What
2014?
year are you up to?
2010.
Okay.
2010? Yeah,
20
Adam Cole was chill.
Yeah, Cole up to like 2014 is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was Adam Cole in his fucking bright orange long boys, giant palm tree across his ass, big old baby face Sarah. I think he'd like just turned heel actually, but yeah, he was okay. He was not nearly as annoying as he usually is. And the real star of this show, though, the main event, fucking awesome match. It was Nick Gage versus Drake Younger versus John Moxley for the CZW World Heavyweight title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And this match was fucking sick.
Those
So
do sound
for
like,
con-
those
up?
do sound like the three best guys who would be in the company at that point. I know my
Probably.
CZW
I'd also include Sammy in that, but Nick Gage was having a really good year too, and so was Drake was having an okay year. He wasn't as good as he was in like the earlier 08, 09 era, but he was still pretty good. So this match was fucking awesome. The venue for this show was the Robeson County Fairgrounds in Lumberton, North Carolina. And it was a real tiny, dingy, shitty venue with these fucking overhead lights that were loud as fuck. And they always caught over the audio. So they didn't stay in the fucking venue very long. They basically just did a bunch of walk-in brawls, bunch of sick shit. And they went outside. They fought on the park benches, on people's trucks. There was one point where fucking Drake Younger and Nick Gage hit Drake Younger with a back body drop on one of the little park benches. And fucking Drake Younger's just splat on the fucking bench so hard that a bunch of the blood from the earlier light tubes and barbed wire shit just came off, and a bunch of gross, nasty, clumpy viscera just fucking splattered everywhere. I was just imagining the shit the fucking park people had to clean up. It was probably so disgusting. Loved it. And, well, that's pretty much all I watched. Oh, wait, no. One more thing. The SVN match I watched pretty recently on a fan cam. It was the fucking JD Horror versus Little Sicko in a 10,000 toothpicks match.
Oh, I saw you posting about this.
Oh my god, this, yeah.
Dude, it was so fucking bad. There's only like 3 interesting spots in the whole match, but those spots were so gross. There was the one spot where I think JD Horror was hitting Little Sicko with a bat filled with the fucking toothpicks, and a bunch of the toothpicks just fucking splintered off and started just etching themselves in his head and his fucking shoulders and his back. It was so fucking gross.
So, how do you recommend?
I mean, the match itself was like 30 minutes long and really boring, but if you just want to watch those spots, it's pretty fucking sick.
Someone needs to get, and this will get. We can segue this into what I've been. Someone needs to get into these ears of these deathmatch guys and tell them to fucking calm down with these match lengths. Every deathmatch I watch now, 25 minutes long. Fucking
Yeah.
calm it.
And one thing, they shouldn't be using fucking toothpicks for death matches. Not to be safety police, but toothpicks, they have a little coating on them for preservation that's highly poisonous when it gets in the body. So you probably shouldn't stab people with them unless you want them to die.
I'm putting that shit in my mouth. That's not good?
Well, it's only if it like penetrates your skin super deep.
Yeah. But like, I'm pushing it against the gums.
Well, yeah, but you're not stabbing it in there like a fucking lunatic.
And then leaving it in there overnight.
You don't know how I use a toothpick, so let's not make judgments.
Yeah,
Well,
I think the guy from the fucking toothpick match actually posted about it right after on Twitter. It was I can read it for you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I would. There's nothing I would love more.
Okay. This is from Jason Turner, who was, I believe, JD Horror in that match. 100K toothpicks aftermath. Some fans wonder about the fallout from this kind of crazy shit, so I wanted to give you guys a peek behind the curtain about how these very extreme matches and often multi-match tournaments go for us. Saturday, night of the match. Many removed at the venue. Dozens at Airbnb. All no anesthetic, no painkillers with a medical scalpel and tweezers. Cut the shit out. Sunday. Many removed at home, including the 1.5-inch monster I didn't even know was there. Monday. So he had these fucking toothpicks in him for like 4 days. Urgent care removes 3, but taps out and refers me to the dermatologist. Major infection sets in, and he's starting to take huge antibiotics. Current. Dermatologist taps out after 2, and sends me to the ER. Had to go there anyway for my skin cancer shit, so why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? ER removes partial tooth. Yeah.
That's so wrestling brain.
ER removes partial toothpick from the same area as the 1.5 and a huge abscess of fluid. ER taps out to the last one in the head and referred for outpatient surgery. Still here, and they're working on the arm where there is another big boy fully submerged, several centimeters in. Surgery now is coming out, but unfortunately, this fucks up my workout routine. Doesn't matter.
Oh no.
I will be back stronger than ever. You can't stop Steel. Quote, play stupid
Yes, you
games, win
can.
stupid prizes. Quote, shut the fuck up. I regret nothing and would do it again. These are the prices we pay when the cameras and the lights turn off and you go home and go about your business. Support the boys. And
I think my favorite part of that was you can't stop steel, which is not a saying. You can many things can stop steel, like heating up steel. Well, you know what? If that's a good point. If you're gonna have a surgery, you might as well do a nasty wrestling spot to that area because it's gonna cost you the same.
get a surgery, get 2 surgeries for the price of 1, I guess. Unless, I guess.
Jam
What
the
if-
toothpicks in where you have the skin cancer, and then they just remove all of it at once.
If it doesn't matter. Well, to get into the wrestling that I watched, I was on a bit of a Necro binge. I watched a couple of Necro matches.
Oh, fuck
Uh,
yeah.
So these are Necro matches from this year. I will say there are some good matches in here. There's some bad matches. Why doesn't every Necro match? Why is it 20 minutes plus now? Like whoever got in his ear to tell him he needs to go long needs to be, because Necro, I know you have great short matches. Give me more of those. But
I,
the
for one,
Necro,
am here for the Necro cinema. I'm sorry. Not Hollywood Necro Butcher though. He can stay back in 2008 or whatever.
so I watched Necro versus Snowman. This is from Bleeding Gums Wrestling, a Scottish promotion, I believe. This is really good, a good crowd brawl. Necro bleeds quite well. Snowman, who I'm not familiar with, was also really good. It brawls kind of outside onto like this was taking place in some church, and they brawl outside the church and they just start hitting themselves with barriers. As there's this one guy on the street trying to stop them, who I don't think knew what was happening. But this is really good. It's too long. All these matches are too long, but yeah, no, Necro looked great. Great punches. He just like can tear open a beer can, which is something I don't think I could do. Yeah, this is really good. This is the best wrestling match that has taken place in Britain this year. So, unless there was something good on Forbidden Door, no, there
I
wasn't.
bet you.
So this is the best.
I bet you when Necro was backstage with Snowman, he was like, "Hey, brother, just so you know, this one's for Charlie." So they went out there and did the damn thing.
Oh my god.
I don't know that for sure. I feel like
We can make
since
we can make educated guesses.
yeah.
Necro should come out to that fucking AI Charlie
Yeah,
Kirk song on the next show.
Did the match remind you of Charlie in any way? Like,
I mean, there was a lot of blood.
yeah, that would do it.
Did any get on the neck?
Some drops.
Honoring that
The
memory.
other, this is probably the best Necro match of the lot I watched. I watched the death match. This was a last man standing match. Really good, some great intensity from both guys. Necro's still got the best punches in the business. Yeah, it's really good. A great finish. Both guys are down for the 10 count, and Judge just barely gets up. If you watch any Necro match from this year, I would probably recommend it would be this one. Did I watch it? Oh, I did watch a third one. I watched Necro Butcher versus Saxon Huxley. Bad match. Really bad. Boring.
That sounds fucking horrible.
This goes 20 minutes. Fucking bad. It's 25 minutes. It ends with a roll up. Necro doesn't. No one even really bleeds. Necro bleeds a bit, but it's not a good job. Yeah, no, really bad match. There's one cool spot. This was also advertised as a death match, which it isn't. The one cool spot is Necro picks up like a massive fan, like an industrial sized fan, and just throws it at his opponent. That was cool. But outside of this, really boring stuff. I also watched from Sendai Girls Hashimoto's 10th anniversary show, her versus Suri. Good. It's not as good as people are hyping up to be, but what Joshi match ever is. This is quite good. It's probably the best match I've seen from Suri in a while. Hashimoto, still one of the best going. Yeah, I would recommend. I didn't watch anything else on the show, but this was pretty cool. If you like Hashimoto, you know you're gonna get. I watched 2 matches from Defy. Judas Icarus versus Mad Dog. This is a brilliant match. Mad Dog is what you want him to be, but Icarus, great showing. So intensity from like second the bell rings, they're throwing themselves at each other. You know, laying in with everything. I would really recommend checking this out. I also watched Moxley versus Royce Isaac in Defy. This is very weird in a good way because it's a babyface Moxley performance, which we haven't seen for a while. But Mox is he's incredibly over. He's still Moxley, but he is working a babyface style. Really, Mox is the best wrestler in the world. So, if you want to watch the best wrestler in the world have a great match with a wrestler who I'm not too familiar with Royce, who seemed like a okay heel, I would recommend. But I also watched. I won't spend too much time. Masada versus Phyllis Sane in 7. That match with a really sick table spot. That spot is great. It's not a great match. It's quite boring outside of that. Chicken feet were cool when they brought out the chicken feet, but I wouldn't recommend the match outside of. Watch the clip, and that's what you need to do. But to get into what the listeners, frankly, are here to talk about, the number 2 US promotion, the real alternative, MLW. MLW did a show. It was called MLW X Don Gato Tequila. The Don Gato, the luchador Danny McBride made up to sell tequila. Danny McBride turns up late to this show, So that's great. You look, by even by MLW standards, this is quite a bad show. Bad in the worst way of just boring bad. Nothing on here is like offensively bad, but nothing's good. The only match, I'll talk about the things that are interesting. The Skyscrapers, which are Baron Corbin, now Bishop Dyer, and Dijak versus the Good Brothers. Goes like 5 minutes, then ends in a DQ, and one of them shoves the ref. But if you want
Sounds like Cole's
cool
kind of
guys,
match.
The Good Brothers are awesome. Like you will never radicalize me against the best paycheck getters in wrestling history.
the other interesting bad match was Cruel versus Brock Anderson, which again is like 6 minutes, and this was like a barn house match. CW Anderson shows up, and then the three of them with Arn all beat up Cruel. But like Cruel's selling is really weird because he's like half monster no selling and half like being affected by this all, so it doesn't really do anything. An interesting thing is I watched some of the show with my girlfriend who can speak a bit of German, and when because in MLW they call him Mads Kruger, and she got mad that they're pronouncing Kruger wrong. So MLW apparently culturally insensitive to the Germans. Yeah. Mystico versus Volodo in the Opera Cup final. This is probably the best match on the show. Again, it's nothing special. It's Mystico's very charismatic, and that carries it through the 10 minutes. George Hackenschmidt was on screen for a bit. I didn't even mention the best part of the show. So behind the ring is these massive LED screens. So they're just playing like the Titantron, like just random images behind the match the entire time. And it's super distracting. Yeah, and then the main event, which we're all dying to watch, is Killer Cross versus Matt Riddle.
Oh.
This was kind of a grapple fuck match, and it wasn't good, but it was an interesting choice. They built the entire build to this match was basically Killer Cross saying, "I've got a move to counter your choke," and the counter was when he put the choke in to just kind of pick him up and suplex him. So, and then Cross won by choking out Riddle. So, incredible scenes here. Matt Riddle, purple hair, should be noted.
Oh.
Yeah. Even by like MLW isn't great. It is, but to drop it's not great. Even by MLW standards, this is a bad show that I wouldn't recommend people watching. But I believe we have all covered the wrestling we've watched. So that's great on us. Sam told me if I don't talk about what's going on the site, he will ban me from the server and take down all the late night episodes. So recently,
Oh, wow.
Dig Deep has had both a Full Gear preview and review. So you want to go back and listen to them previewing a show, see what they got right, what they got wrong. Dig Deep, I also think, they also have a Discord server now. So if you want to join Dig Deep, I've been told it's the best place to talk about AEW. Recently, and I do mean as we're recording this, a new episode of the Death Panel is out for October. So that's cool. It will take the thunder out of this episode coming out, but it's totally fine. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I believe that's everything on the site. You know what? Since Chris isn't here, I will say on his behalf, Lucha Roundup will be coming out tomorrow, I believe. And then he should have next month, 2 days after. So you can look forward to that. But I believe it is time to get into the big top. And as it's, Thanksgiving season, it's
Oh.
a holiday so near and dear to my heart. The question, I suppose, is in wrestling, what are you thankful for this year?
This year,
Cole, this year, just what you're thankful for with wrestling. If anyone wants to start,
I can go
I'm not.
first.
I did pre-warn you this was the topic. I did this. I'm not bringing it on you now.
Well,
Yeah, but
it's hard.
this year, I mean, what this has been a pretty nothing year. I guess of all the things I'm thankful for this year, um, as far as wrestling goes, this is kind of cheating, but I remember when I was like 5, 6 years old, and my mom was like, what do you want to do when you get older? And I was like, man, I want to make hit tweets, and I want to be on the Violent People radio. And here we are, 13, 14 years later.
You accomplished one of those goals.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And it's wrestling related, isn't it? So that counts. And I would also say I'm thankful for John Moxley. Oh my God, John Moxley, what a wrestler! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I mean, what is he even bad at? Ignore the first quarter of the year. What is he even bad at? He
Again,
does it
he's
up.
not bad in those matches. He's just facing bad opponents.
Yeah, that's true. I actually agree with that. I mean, you can't fault him for having a fucking bad match against Edge. You know what I mean? No one has had a good match against Edge since like 2009 or something. So,
No, that like 5-second match again where Christian cashes in on Luchasaurus. That was a good match.
oh yeah, that is true.
The
That
The
doesn't count.
Christian
That's
feud was pretty
Christian.
good. The one
Yeah,
they
I
did in
like the street
Toronto
Yeah,
fight.
where
yeah,
he
but
hit him in
but
the
I don't I
balls.
don't I don't count that. They've known each other for like, if they had a bad match, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd be like, wow, that's crazy. You guys fucking know each other like the back of your hand.
I remember before like Edge and Christian versus FTR. This was in Canada, I think. They went backstage and talking to some Canadian legends, and I'm pretty sure one of those guys got cancelled like immediately after. So I'm not saying whose fault it is, but we can already guess. Cole, do you have anything you're thankful for in wrestling?
Well, let's see. John Moxley, I would agree with
Or,
that for sure.
well, actually, can you think about thankful for about 2 months ago, whenever you celebrate your Thanksgiving?
What was I thankful for at the start of October? Darby Allin, because he had just come back. I went to All Out and saw the Coffin match, and that was around the end of September, so I was still kind of buzzing from that, I guess. I don't know. Darby's had a pretty good year, even when he's been in like not very good matches, like the fucking 10-man cage match, lights out, no rules, whatever thing they did at Forbidden Door. Like, he was good in it.
Well, you got the
And
sick fork to the ear thing.
yeah, the fork in the ear and all that stuff. Like, yeah, no, him and Moxley are like the MVPs of AEW in the very least. I mean, I'm thankful for Shinya Aoki. He had a good start to the year, and then they stopped doing stuff with him. But like, when he was doing stuff in DDT, it was really, really good, and was the type of stuff I really like to see if you're gonna do like a classical wrestling match or whatever. Like, he's so unique and brings so much to every opponent. So yeah, shout out Shinya Aoki.
I'm very interested to see what him versus Takeshita looks like.
Yeah, that's a weird one, because I feel like Takeshita will just like be dumb and make it not work, but like I don't know. Anything can happen.
Well, Marilyn, what are you thankful for?
Uh, nothing.
Oh, come on, that's not true. You've enjoyed wrestling.
I guess I'm thankful that modern wrestling is so shitty that it made me go through a fucking CZW phase that completely altered my brain, so that's cool. Okay,
That counts.
I'll say something sincere. I'm thankful for ICW No Holds Barred. It is a pretty good promotion that's keeping the deathmatch spirit alive. I love you, Danny Demanto. You are a good man. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if you got canceled or not.
Well,
He
he's a
probably
deathmatch
did.
promoter, so err on the
It'd
side
be
of
weird if he
caution.
didn't.
I'm also thankful that my Twitter grew exponentially for some fucking reason. Because I post deathmatch clips.
Oh, you're now. I can speak of the UK brought in laws about like restricting what people can see unless you upload your passport. So you're like a lot of your tweets are banned in the UK now.
Good. Fuck them. I'm sorry.
I only live here. It's fine. I have no illegal. I didn't. I'm giving up on saying that word.
Yeah, I'm afraid of telling all these fucking GCW wrestlers that keep liking my tweets that I don't like them at all. like fucking Effie and Joey Janela.
What? I mean, you need to talk your way into getting the book.
You think I'd be booking fucking Effie or Joey Janela?
Well, no, you use them to get the GCW book, and then you book whoever you want.
Who the fuck am I gonna book in GCW? I don't like most GCW wrestlers.
You can get new people.
Like who's a good GCW regular in 2025 even? I can't even.
Violence. No, I was going to say violence is forever. That's not even true anymore.
Does Matt Tremont still wrestle there?
Yeah, Matt Tremont.
Oh, I could book him, and I could I don't know. I could bring in Nate Webb or something.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd watch it.
I'll book a bunch of fucking Matt Tremont versus Nate Webb matches. I'll make them all extremely stupid death matches, and it'll be great.
Well, that's that's beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye. Even I
Wow.
would say I'm thankful for Tim Strange, the one guy keeping Brit West alive. And
Oh my!
ironically, the best British wrestler going.
Tim Strange is funny because I actually did think he was British at first, but
He
he then informed me on Twitter in one of my comments. He was like, "Actually, I'm just a Canadian guy living in Britain, but
Is he not
thanks."
British?
No, he's
I'm really
Canadian apparently.
British.
No, he's
Well,
just a Canadian guy living in England.
I take back my. Oh, he's David Starr. Fuck. I know David Starr wasn't Canadian, but it's the same thing.
I'm sorry to crush your dreams like this for it.
There's no good British wrestlers then. Fucking. I don't know. I'm thankful for Danny McBride. No one else has starred in like some okay comedies like he has, and now liquor, not liquor, tequila, wrestling tequila. What's not to love? So that's who I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for Danny McBride, and long may he reign.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to think where I've seen a movie Danny McBride is in. Well, is he in Dodgeball?
I don't know. Let me pull up fucking.
No, he's in that movie with like Seth Rogen where he plays himself and the world's ending.
This is the end.
This is the end. He's in that, and that movie was bad, but he was okay in it.
Okay,
Also-
here's fucking Letterboxd. He's starting a lot of shit. Wow.
Oh, he's in
What?
Hot Rod. Hot Rod's a good movie.
Wasn't he also
He also
writing the terrible new Halloween movies?
Yes, he did. All three of them.
I think I like the first of the new Halloween films.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. The other two are
But
abysmal.
I'm a Rob Zombie. Halloweens are the best ones, though. So oh, okay. Well, I can confirm Danny McBride has been in. Voice acting doesn't count. 2 good films? Hot Rod. No, there's 1. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you, Danny McBride. Who wants to get into some Q&TR?
Let's do it, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let me get these questions up. Both of the questions are asked by the normal host of this show. They're so they're so giddy to be able to finally be the one asking the question. Okay, first question. This is from Dan Rice. Who do you think you are? What gives you the right? Discuss.
What was the question? I zoned out.
Dan Rice asking, who do you think you are and what gives you the right? I assume
What the
in
fuck?
in relation to us doing an episode of VPR, but maybe just in general, what gives you the right?
Do we even need to dignify this with an answer?
I
mean,
feel
I don't think we have.
it's kind of heavy for we're supposed to have fun on here. I mean, he's trying to give us an existential crisis. I don't like it, but
I mean, who is anyone when you think about it?
yeah, who is Dan Rice?
No, now that's a great question. No one knows.
A bad
I'm not even
podcast
sure you
host.
know. Ooh, shot. But you know what, Dan Rice? You know my answer to that question, and I'll answer on behalf of all of us. We are Charlie Kirk, and we carry the flame. And that goes just right.
We carry the flame.
Oh, Sam's gonna yell at me, probably.
This might not make the air, but that's okay.
I don't like. I was on the fucking XPW episode. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but that was
fine.
about wrestling.
Yeah, but it was close enough. We've talked about endorsing the political views of Necro Butcher and Austin Aries and fucking Paul Heyman or whatever. Like, it's whatever.
The big
Great, great political commentator, better person.
Okay. We have a question from Pat. Hi, question for the podcast VPR on violentpeople.com, home of QTR. They ask, can you book an entire G1 Climax field, A block and B block, along with semi-finals and finals?
Dude, that's a lot. But
I'm not gonna do
Nope.
that, but that's okay.
I was gonna let you do it because I thought that'd be your thing, but never mind. I'm not doing that shit.
I would just book the exact same as the previous one because it was perfect. and I definitely watched it.
No, okay, hold on. Because now I'm thinking he didn't really give any guidelines to this. He didn't say, "Oh, current wrestlers, all time." It's like I'm thinking, all right, so here's what we're gonna do, right? A block, we're gonna have I don't want to do 10 wrestlers. I can't really think of like 10 wrestlers right now.
Do
But we're gonna do
3.
like 3? Are you kidding me? No,
Yeah.
we're gonna do 8. How's 8? We're gonna do 7 real wrestlers and 1 celebrity guest. So the 7 real wrestlers, we're gonna go Kyle Fletcher. We're gonna go Scott Steiner. Too Cold Scorpio. John Cena. And then the celebrity guest can be
That was
iShow
4
Speed.
wrestlers.
So that's block A. Block B,
Okay, so that's 5.
we're looking
or 8.
at Randy Orton. We're looking at Manami Toyota. We're looking at give me Hollywood Hogan. Give me Hollywood Hogan. And then we're gonna go WCW the Giant. So, a little bit of storytelling there for for Eric Bischoff and stuff for his podcast, so he can talk about it. We're gonna go Festus for like comedy, like variety. We're gonna go
Why is this block larger than the other one?
Nick Mondo, and then the celebrity guest will be Dua Lipa, and then the semifinals will be.
So that's 7. So it's one group block of 5 and one block of 7.
Well, so.
So neither was the 8 that you said.
Oh, well, like you could, like whatever. Anyways, so the semifinals for Block A are gonna be
Can you remember the
Hiroshi
wrestlers you said?
Tanahashi versus CM Punk.
Okay.
The semifinals for Block B are gonna be Dua Lipa versus John Cena. The finals
He was in.
will be Hiroshi Tanahashi versus John Cena, and we're gonna have John Cena win that one. So there's my G1.
Okay. Pat Osa said, Osa, your top 7 deathmatch wrestlers, in order, if possible. Thank you.
I have my list prepared.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Number 1 is Necro, obviously.
Yeah.
Number 2, Abdullah Kobayashi.
Okay.
Number 3, a wife beater.
Hmm.
Number 4, John Zandig. Number 5, Nick Mondo. Number 6, Brain Damage. And number 7, Danny Tiberius Havoc. There you go.
Mine's
That's a
is
good
Tim
list.
Strange 7 times. Next question from Doko Moy. Which wrestler's name would you be most willing / unwilling to take in marriage?
Wife beater.
Will you just be beaten?
Does that count? Yeah.
You'd be married
Okay,
beater. But that sounds like
you
South
see-
Park, so that's not good.
Okay, you see, Porig, that's actually canon to wife beater's lore. I'm not joking, because
Is-
in like 2001, they introduced another character who was wife beater's brother called Billy Beater.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So it's
He
a
was
great
there for
coincidence.
like 2 shows and he sucked, but it was really funny and I'll never forget that.
My 2 beautiful sons, wife and Billy.
Having the last name Beater and naming your son wife.
Badass.
Dude, if if my last name was Beater, I'd name my son Pedophile. So, pedophile Beater. Watch
I mean,
out.
that's some normative determinism there. He was called wife beater, and he just happened to wear them.
I think he wore a wife beater for like maybe 1 or 2 shows in like '97, but then stopped wearing them. So the name kind of just stuck. So you were kind of left with some implications.
So that's unwilling. What name would you want the most?
Well, first of all, I think the name the name I wouldn't want to take in marriage, I would say Andre the Giant, because then I would be Jade the Giant, and I'm not a giant, so it'd be kind of misleading. So I wouldn't do that. But the most, Rob Van Dam, like Jade Van Dam. That sounds hard as fuck. So
You know what? That's fair.
I would go the Big Show, so then I'd be Porrick Show, and not this.
Oh,
is that the
the
one you
name
have
I would
reversed?
want. I figured out the name I want to take. Mike Awesome.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah, Marilyn Awesome. That's pretty good.
Fuck yeah, dude.
What would I
Porrick
take?
Credible.
God, no one wants to marry Justin
We'll
Credible. I'm
workshop it.
sorry. I take Too Cold Scorpio, Cole Scorpio. That's kind of hard.
Too
Too
cold.
cold,
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Too Cole Scorpio. Yeah, that's true. No BS Paul White, and then I can be No BS Cole White.
True.
Yeah. I don't think you get the first name. I don't think that's how marriage works. I wouldn't become Big Porrick Show. Well, that does kind of work, but that's not the point.
Well, I think if you marry a wrestler, you're part of their stable, basically. So we can kind of create
Yeah.
like the No BS crew.
Dude, Cole. What if you married Stone Cold and you were cold? Like,
I know.
yeah, that
you
could
should
work.
marry-
That could work.
What about Adam Cole? Then you're Cole.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
and that's probably a better person to marry than Stone Cold.
Yeah, Adam Cole is apparently like a really, really nice guy and hasn't
Yeah, Stone Cold
famously
is
beaten
not.
his wife.
Yeah.
Well, to move on to the next question, once again from Pat. Favorite wrestling Twitter psycho and/or freak?
That's a tough one. I really like Andrew Chizar whenever Pat posts him. The guy who's like deranged, obsessed with Natsupoi, and addresses all his tweets to her like she reads them.
I gotta think.
Who was the guy?
Brad Cat, also very funny.
Who and the guy who, in response about Discord over Solo saying the M word, posted a video of himself with the WWE like a fake replica title?
Oh, dude, yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's my
Actually, yeah, that's my answer too. I'm stealing your answer. That guy's a legend.
I choose Sally Transgreps.
Oh, that's a good one. That was a hilarious saga.
The best. God bless you, Sally. We miss you.
What wasn't that the rumor they like fled to like some other country?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, my bad. Brad Cat doesn't actually have a Twitter. He just has his WordPress blog, but I mean, he's also a freak, just on a different social media site.
Is your answer not Rover?
Well, why are you calling him a freak when he's just really normal to people and is really normal about Becky Lynch and is the IWC community leader and is basically right about everything? Yeah, I guess Rover does have to be up there. I mean, a lot of the grifter guys, like, they're annoying, but like when you get like a really good like Raj Giri crash out or like a ringside news crash out, like the Christmas thing, that stuff's pretty great.
We got a question from Tim. A question for the VPR podcast. Oops, all guests, Thanksgiving special. We haven't settled on a name. Who in the C2 would you replace with Mega Butcher?
Speedball.
Let
maybe?
me pull up the lineup.
Yeah, I don't know who is in the C2. I'm gonna
I'm
fucking guess
I'm
who's in the
going-
C2.
I'm going to
I'm gonna
Keshta
say
immediately.
Mike
Will
Bailey.
Ospreay.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mike Bailey's a better wrestler than Takeshita.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I don't like Mike Bailey. He's too woke.
Yeah, he's like a he, they, or something. Like,
Yeah, doesn't he have we don't do pronouns in wrestling. That's not.
Yeah, disgusting. Get the MAGA Butcher in there.
He doesn't
Bring
have
some
pronouns.
bring some real family values back to AEW.
You think Butcher knows what Bellatrix is? No, and that's why he's a better
Yeah,
wrestler.
he's not coming out there in video game attire. Are you kidding me? He's coming out there with the red hat.
yeah, looking at the field again, I definitely Mike Bailey's the guy. I mean, I guess like actually I would replace Okada, but like you can't because he's the champion. He has to be in it.
And then you vacate the belt from him. So maybe Okada's the best answer. We have a question for Nick Yeoman. Question for the pod. If you had to get plastic surgery to look like one of the regular hosts in order to destroy
Dan
them,
Rice.
who would it be?
No,
Dan.
Darius is a good answer because like he has like a very full life. It seems like he's
Yeah.
got like his family all around him. He's got like all these nieces and nephews that he takes to like various events.
Yeah, he's
He
doing a lot of stuff.
gambles. He gambles
does
weekly on
gamble.
sports.
You know, I would say Sam, but because Dan Rice asked that question earlier, I'm gonna say I would destroy Dan Rice's life for sure.
I can only assume Chris looks like Paul McCartney, so I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
That's a smart choice.
I've seen what Chris looks like. He does not look like Paul McCartney. He just
So does
I
that
think
mean
every
like
host
Jared Leto in
More
Fortnite?
Ringo Starr.
I think every host of VPR minus Pat is just a bald white dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty true.
We have a question from JRJ. Favorite type of egg?
Good on you for skipping the Josh Bishop question.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that.
I don't know nothing about it anyway. It's fine.
Oh, I've got some hot takes on it. Don't worry.
Favorite type of egg? Fucking
Yeah.
big egg.
Oh, yeah. Big
Yeah.
dog.
I don't know if I like that more than chocolate eggs. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Cadbury cream eggs are really good.
Those are good.
I like a good fried egg with some chili oil.
I love a scram. Oh, I love a Scotch egg. I don't know if you know what those are.
Yeah,
Across
they're
the
like
pond.
don't they have like sausage in them or something?
No. It's more on the outside. Scotch is lovely. Question from
Oh,
Pat.
okay, yeah. I did see that. I saw a Philadelphia Eagles Instagram video recently where they had all their players try a Scotch egg.
It's there. They're good. Question from Pat. Do you have thoughts on the Josh Bishop AIW situation?
What?
Please, one at a time. You don't jump in. What?
Josh Bishop, obviously, you know, think we can agree, like, maybe the most talented guy on the indies, most talented unsigned guy on the indies. So, AIW kind of needs to clean up that sloppy shot. Book him like a star. Pay the man $1 million and,
Yeah, I'll say,
get yourself a
yeah.
TV deal.
Like we talked about this situation enough at the family dinner this Thanksgiving. I don't want to do it again, so I'm gonna skip.
What I will
I have
say
ne-
is, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I have never seen Josh Bishop until now. He looks like gentrified Sid. I don't know how to describe it.
No, that's kind of the vibe. Yeah. I will say, as someone who knows a lot about the situation, I can see the arguments from both sides. I think both are maybe in the wrong a bit. So I think we just need to look at both perspectives and don't have a narrow view on anything. And I think that answers that question. We got a question from Haven. I like this question. Who would win in a War Games match, the guest host or the VPR originals?
Cole's the only one here with a weapon, so I choose.
Yeah,
I think we have the youth, and I will say, maybe the original hosts, they have a little more chemistry with each other since they're all and
Oh, people can
they
tell
could, like,
listening to this episode about that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, they probably have like they could probably like twin magic since they all look the same. They could like throw us off during the match, but I think we could get it done.
What is the benefit to twin magic in a War Games match?
They will find
Just like
out.
keep,
how you think it on
just like
us.
keep filing them out the door and just keep replacing them with new bald white dudes.
They're just getting people from the crowd. I think it comes down to whoever has the advantage, if I'm being honest.
True.
And it's who do we send out in the advantage match? I think
Well,
we'd
I
probably
think the heels always get the advantage, and I feel like they'd be the heels. I feel like this is a
Oh.
babyface squad right here. I could never see myself working heel.
I don't know. We're the invaders. Maybe we're the heels.
Yeah, we're kind
But
of
maybe
taking
we're like the
over
cool invaders,
their
you
stuff.
know what I mean? We're like the NWO.
Yeah.
It's true.
I've-
I've seen your Twitter, Jade. You can be kind of mean.
But, in a babyface way. Like The Rock. I'm like The Rock.
Yeah. I mean, you just gotta get me in there. I gotta just start going at their like knees and hips with the cane.
Yeah.
Because they're all like mid to late 30s.
Yeah, they're old. We got youth on our
So
side.
they probably, that's when Father Time starts knocking a little bit and he starts
Mhm.
creaking. And like I'm probably in worse shape physically than they are, but if we can even the playing field.
I think, moreover, they don't want to be there. They just kind of want to give up. I think that's how we win.
Yeah. And I would bring a basketball as my weapon. Like throw it at them and like go first. And they dribble it off the mat if possible. And just like dunk on them as like a taunt. So that's what I would do.
Well, we got another question from Pat. Why did Levi Priest 12 delete all his posts on Twitter?
I'm like sad that I don't know who that guy is.
I
'Cause
actually
if
don't know
Pat
who
is
this
aware of
guy
him, he's
is.
probably awesome.
Again, this was a hot topic of discussion at Family Thanksgiving. I don't want to go over it again.
And that's fair. No one can blame you for that. I would say it's probably Tony Khan's fault, for being honest.
Yeah, I mean that's a safe bet.
We got a question for one Sam D. Favorite AIW and 2CW match?
I'm skipping this one.
Anything with Josh Bishop.
You're really making a case for him.
Ace of the universe, Ace of America.
Let me look up 2CW events. What's that recent one they had? Let me sort by match guide. Eddie Edwards versus Nigel McGuinness in 2011 that has an 8.38 on Cage Match. Love that match.
Wow.
God, that match
a good
is
one.
like sad.
We've got a question for Pat. All over the questions. Get him off the show. He's born to be a question giver. What best Triple H singles entrance music?
My time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my time.
I remember when I was in school, there was only like one other guy who liked wrestling, and he was obsessed with the Miz and Triple H teaming up because Triple H music was time to play the game, and the Miz's is I came to play. So it was like you could mash the entrances up, and it would be a cool response.
Yeah. I had a similar
I'm-
hyperfixation, but it was because Triple H was the game and Ric Flair was the dirtiest player in the game. So I thought that maybe implied some. You ever think about that?
Oh my god.
No,
But I mean, you know,
I mean, if that means my man.
that same person I knew was also wanted Kane and Seth Rollins to team up because of Burn It Down.
Well, didn't
they had
team
a
up
very. It sounded like they had a
during the
very
Authority
good
stuff?
outlook on wrestling. Like I wish I viewed wrestling under that lens of just
then-
whose theme songs align the most.
And then they were a white guy. This is relevant. And then they got kicked out of school for writing the N word on the calculator. So that tells you what you need to know about wrestling fans.
Yeah, every wrestling fan.
We got another question. Once again from Pat. What wrestler would be greatly improved by bulking up to Ian Rotten size, shape, and cardio level?
Well, before I answer, I just want to say, Pat, thank you for being such a big fan of the show. We appreciate
It
it.
means a lot. I think I was
Um,
in call with Pat watching Ian Rotten matches when he asked this question.
I would say I don't know if it would improve. No, it would improve him. I would say Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay. It would restrain him, and that's what he needs to be restrained. So
I'm gonna
No
go say
escape
Mike.
to catch.
I'm gonna say Mike Bailey. You know the whole
Yeah.
C2. Everyone in the C2.
everyone.
But especially Takeshita.
You know, like how in like one of the Dragon Ball video games, to make the fights realistic, they put in the law that everyone's power level has been made the same. For the C2, we want to even it out. Everyone is Ian Rotten, so it's about the mind now.
That would be big for ratings.
Claudio doing like half a giant swing and then immediately keeling over.
He's also swinging with the shape of Ian Rotten. We got a question from Dan Rice. Question for the pod: who is your favorite of the usual host and why? Cole, I would say we've been on enough episodes. We count as usual hosts, so I'm going to say myself.
Oh,
Um,
okay, yeah, I'll say myself. if
Um,
that's the loophole, I'll take it.
I like. Wow, it's like choosing a favorite child.
It's
Even though
it's
they're all
Sophie's
moving.
choice.
Yeah, but it's your favorite adult bald white man.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
it's a little
Pat.
There's a lot of good ones.
there is. I would say um we're gonna go with Pat because I like his like dry sense of humor, kind of not dry, but like you know what I mean. So
Yeah, that's a good.
I'll also go with Pat.
I'm changing my answer to Tanner.
okay, fair enough.
And we've got a bunch of people talking about match recommendations. Who cares, people? We've got a question from Pat once again. Remember the Cranky Vince account? No.
Nope.
I
think I've
did
seen,
not
like, a
have
couple
Twitter in
screenshots.
2015.
Once again, question from Pat. Jesus, man. This is what happens when he doesn't have an episode. He needs to find a way to get it out. Question for VPR. If you had to pick one current Joshi wrestler to be weird about on Twitter all the time, who would you pick and why?
Chi. Because I already am weird about her on Twitter.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're already weird about Joshi on Twitter.
Okay, hold on. You can't no, not Joshi Twitter in general. Just Chi. Okay? Just Chi.
I would pick Maki Ito because I would still be one of the more normal Maki Ito fans.
True.
Yeah. Trying to think, like, who would be maybe like fucking like Natsuko Tora or something, and then I would get into fights with Saya Kamatani stands all the time about how Tora is the real leader of hate and Saya is garbage.
Does that sound like fun to you?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I could just run like a Konami Stan account. That would be fun because I like Konami.
What is this,
Yeah,
2018?
I also
Like,
like Metal Gear Solid. I don't know.
I don't like how they treated. Whatever. Who cares? Melanie, you got an answer?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't watch Modern Joshi.
And the question never said it had to be modern.
No, I did say current.
Okay.
Oh, it
Oh, did
did.
it?
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I did say current.
Can I choose
That could be
Mayumi
like-
Ozaki? She's still wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comment could be like River. They weren't clear enough in
Yeah.
the question.
Okay, I'll be weird about Mayumi Ozaki. I like her.
Okay, we have, and brace yourself. This is the final question.
Oh man.
Oh no.
This is for one Dan Rice. Question: Did Cole not? Why do I keep saying Cole? Did Chris not submit a question?
No, Chris
All
hasn't
the
asked
other-
anything.
All the other hosts. That's why no one said you for favorite, Chris. No one. Also, no one said Dan or Sam, but that's not important. Question for the Violent People Radio podcast: If you were booking a Violent People produced show, and you he probably means each. Can't believe someone would make a typo. And you each had to book a plausible match for the show. What would it be?
Okay. So I can't just say like, oh, The Rock versus Kyle Fletcher. It has to be
Something that the people of Violent People could reasonably happen.
Okay.
Like, what if you took a Dean show, but like
Yeah.
3 or 4 levels below?
Josh Bishop versus Necro Butcher.
Fuck, I was gonna choose Necro Butcher for mine, but that's okay. We can double book him if you want.
No, we could all book him, really.
All right, yeah, 4 matches and it's all Necro Butcher. Oops,
No,
all
we booked
Butcher.
Necro
That's the name
in
of
a
the show.
Joshi retirement style show where it's a bunch of
Oh,
2-minute
true.
matches.
True. I was gonna say Mad Dog Connolly versus Necro Butcher. In
Mad Dog's not taking that match.
No, it'd be in a like a like how do I explain this? A submission tables match. So basically, they have to do a submission on a table to win. Like the Walls of Jericho on the like how Chris Jericho would do the Walls of Jericho on a table as if it adds more like damage all the time.
So if the
They would
table
do that.
breaks, does it count?
No, they have to like tap out while on the table, or get choked out while on the table. You could also, or you know what? It could also be a 2 out of 3 falls ladder match where you gotta like pull the thing down and then put it back on and then pull it down a second time to win. We'll let the fans vote on it, like Cyber Sunday or something.
I would have Spiderfly versus versus why can't I think of a second wrestler's name? Spiderfly versus Phil Insane
Okay. I would
in
book.
a 3 stages of hell match.
Ooh.
Of course.
The stages are 2 out of 3 falls Iron Man match. And then dog collar match.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, I hope that's the main event.
I would book Drake Younger versus Austin Aries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's a very violent people match, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, they would probably those are wrestlers who would probably want money.
You know what I do? Well, I already booked my match, but I'll book another one. I feel
You
like
book another match.
remember how like IW like was it IWA? What company in Japan had like Leatherface and Freddy? It was like
It was
FMW.
IWA, yeah. It was also
Or
Wing.
IW. Or yeah. So like all those companies had. So like
Well,
we would do
Leatherface
that.
is kind of stayed up. Leatherface booked a bunch of places, but
We would do that, but like we would get we would get Loki and we would put him in a Billy the Puppet mask and like a black hair wig and like a suit, kind of like how he did at the Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, fuck
And
yeah.
he would wrestle
Yes.
damn, who would he wrestle? I didn't think that far ahead.
Oh, fuck. Okay, he would wrestle.
Oh, you know what? Rampage Jackson's son is taking bookings, so we would do him versus Loki, dressed as
But
Jigsaw.
Rampage
versus,
Jackson's
Billy
son
Puppet.
is dressed as the grabber from the Black Phone.
Yeah.
Isn't he also in prison right now? Or
We'll bail him out. We'll use.
Oh yeah, I think he's awaiting trial.
Yeah, well, yeah. So he can still wrestle. I think.
So we gotta book it quick.
Yes.
I will say, I think, and the regular host would agree on this. In how many episodes? I think 70. This is the 73rd episode.
That's a lot of episodes.
Loki as Billy the Puppet is the best thing to come from this show.
I mean, let's make it happen. Let's pull some funds together. Let's do a produce show.
I mean, that's Sam, Dan, Chris. We'll let them pay for it all.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, Dan
Okay.
gambles all the time. He probably has like enough money then.
There goes my plan
Yeah.
to just borrow it all from my mom and then flee the country.
I was gonna buy a car, but I think this is better.
Wrestling always is. On that note, I do think we will have to call an end to the Oops All Guest episode of VPR. It's one for the record books.
Truly.
Oh, I
They're
will
gonna talk
say
about this for years to come.
I was given access to like where they upload the VPR episodes, and I had access to their stats pages. They have like one random episode that has 10,000 listens, and then the rest nowhere near.
Which one?
10,000 lessons, yeah.
I don't remember. Like it wasn't like there was no guest. It's like it wasn't like when they had like Club Lucha on or anything.
Well, that's gonna be what this episode does. It's gonna do that kind of numbers.
Look, I will say the highest, most listened to episode of Late Night with the Royal Rumble is the episode Jade is on. So you could be the draw
Yeah.
for the VP network.
The real draw.
The Rock. As I said it earlier.
Well, I hope anyone listening to this next week, VPR should return with its normal host. Who knows? Maybe this episode does so well. We're locked in as the host now. I would hope not. But yeah, check out the site. That death panel just dropped. Yeah, thank you for listening.